All right, let's talk about tracking your conversations. So, this is huge in terms of following up with people and keeping track of the people that reach out to you, people that are interested, people who comment on your posts saying that they'd like more info. When I first became a coach, I literally did not keep track of anybody or any conversations that I was having, and I relied on my messenger inbox on Facebook. I would just scroll back through and be like, oh yeah, yep, she was going to order, and I would just like rely on my inbox, and that did not work because what had happened was people would say, okay, I'm going to order on the 17th, and I would just go back through and try to keep up with everybody. And what I found was that once I started tracking and going back through my inbox, I forgot about so many people who said they were signing up. I never reached back out to them on that day to say, hey girlie, you ready to sign up? And they never reached out to me. So I lost out on helping somebody get started on their journey. So it's so important to keep track of who you're talking to and whoever is interested, jotting them down. So I have a notebook. And here's just a little example of what I do. So everybody that I talk to goes into my notebook if they're interested and we start having a conversation. If they reach out to me and they want information on my challenge groups or on Shakeology 21 Day Fix, their name is going to go down into my notebook. So basically what I do is I put their name, the date, and I simply jot down a little bit about the person in terms of our conversation. So for example, I have her name here. You're probably not going to be able to see, but her name, the date, wants to look and feel better, no workouts right now, wants to check in for daily accountability. She has done T25 in the past and loved it. Skips breakfast a lot. Lunches are either sushi or Wendy's. Dinner is salads, hot dogs, or pizza. She's been drinking soda a lot. Needs routine for the entire family. She's got a 2-year-old girl trying to get in shape. She messaged me on Instagram asking about the $8 Beachbody On Demand membership. So these are all just little things so that, first of all, I can remember her goals, things about her, kind of where we're at in the conversation, where she's struggling. So like if someone tells you that they, don't eat breakfast, you want to jot that down in your notebook because Shakeology would be amazing for a breakfast on the run. If somebody says they love coffee and they use cream and sugar and they can't seem to quit that or get rid of that, you can jot that down in your notebook. So literally anything that stands out, when you go to follow up with them, you know where you left off and you know a little bit about that person. Their goals. So, for example, let's see here, this girl, I like to know if they've ever done a Beachbody program because it's just good to know, like, if it's their first time ever trying Shakeology, if it's their first time ever doing a Beachbody program, if they sign up, or if they have some experience with Beachbody in general from the past. Another example is she's never done a Beachbody program. She's tried Thrive, that program Thrive, and loved their shakes. She's got anxiety. She feels tired and blah, does not have good eating habits, no energy, coffee and soda junkie. And she's interested and excited about the group, needs to convince her husband. She's got one son. She's interested in doing yoga. She doesn't work out at all right now. And she doesn't really eat during the day, but has a big dinner. So those are all good things to know about her because if she is doing a lot of soda drinking and coffee, but then she does sign up and she starts drinking Shakeology every day, I can then follow up with her and say, how is Shakeology helping you with your energy and, getting rid of the soda and coffee? Are you still feeling, energized, and how is it doing overall, in terms of helping you out? So it's just, good to keep these key little pieces of information about each person that you're talking with. Now, if I have a great conversation with them and it's just like a brand new conversation or something like that, I will still put them down in my notebook and jot down some things about them, even if we're not talking about health and fitness at all. If it's a great conversation, I'm going to star their name. So like I did here, I starred the name. And then every day when I do my power hour, in terms of adding new friends, doing invites, starting new convos, I open up this book and I flip back a few pages because what I'll do is I'll look back at my conversations that went really well with the star, and as long as it's about like a week or a week and a half, 2 weeks later, I'm going to go back and do an invite. And there are invite scripts in terms of how to bring it up. Like, hey, I know this is random, but since we were just chatting last week, I wanted to throw it out there anyways and see if you might be interested in my current health and fitness challenge. And, simply invite them to join you. I also star their name in my notebook if they are like real interested. They're like, oh my God, I want to do this. I just have to check my finances, or I'm going to talk to my husband tonight. And if they say they're going to order by a certain date, I also put that date down so I can follow back up with them on that date, so that I can see, hey girlie, so excited for you. Are you ready to get ordered today? When I'm doing my invites and new convos every day, I do jot down who I am inviting. So for example, here's my August 5th invites, all of the names, 8/6 invites, all of the names, and then new convos on 8/6 with all of the names. If I invited somebody and they do respond and they do seem interested or they ask for more information, I will just put a little dot by their name. And if I did a new conversation with somebody and it went well, and I want to go back and follow up with them and invite them in about a week, I will put another little dot by their name so I remember, okay, yep, they responded, the conversation went well, so then I'll go back and I'll invite them eventually. Once somebody orders a challenge pack, I will highlight it in pink. So you can have your own system, but I like to highlight it in pink so as I'm flipping through my notebook, I can see all of the people in terms of when I go back to follow up who has already purchased a challenge pack. The other thing that I do is I have this handy dandy little pink sheet. It's just a piece of paper, but this is for November. So I have November written up at the top here. And basically what this is it's kind of like a quick cheat sheet versus the notebook, having to flip through the notebook pages and have all of the info and details and people's goals by their name. This is just their name and all of the people who are high possibilities of signing up with me and joining my challenge this month. So if I'm having conversations with people and they're probably going to sign up this month or they really want to sign up this month, like I said, I star it in my notebook. I also add it on my pink sheet for a quick reference guide every day to follow up with. So I will put down their names in terms of if they responded to me and they seemed interested or they wanted more information. This is like, okay, yep, I got these people that I got to follow up with, check back on the messages, see if they saw my last message. And if they're very interested, once again, I star their name. And for example, she said in December. So she said not November, but definitely in December. So I put December down here by her name, and I'll follow up with her in December. This is just a great way to track and remember people and then follow up for the next month. Once again, when they do sign up, I highlight their name in pink so I know who has already ordered their challenge packs. My goal each month is to get 10 new women signed up with challenge packs. So when I have 10 pink names highlighted on my sheet, I know I've hit my goal for the month. So it's exciting, trying to reach that goal. If somebody says they're going to sign up on a certain date, that date goes by their name so that every day when I'm looking at my pink sheet, I can be like, okay, oh, yep, she was going to sign up on the 21st, and it's the 21st. I'm going to reach out to her, send her a message, see how she's doing, and then see if she's ready to still sign up. Another great thing about doing the pink sheets is that it's great for follow-up. So, for example, here is my pink sheet from September and October. So I normally just do 1 month on each side and just keep track of all the ladies who are highly interested. And once again, highlight them when they have ordered. So if I want to follow up, let's say, it's December and I want to follow up with people I've talked to in the past, I can go back to September and October and look at all my high possibilities or all the people that were really interested who said they wanted to order and something came up and they couldn't, and reach back out and follow up with them and invite them to the current challenge, see how they're doing and start a new conversation with them. So all of these people I can go back to and catch up with, all of these people that were super, super interested. So for example, last night I was talking to this girl Danielle, and she's very interested. She really wants to start meal prepping. She doesn't eat breakfast, and I invited her to join me in my current challenge, and she said, I'm going to talk to my husband tonight and I'm going to get back to you tomorrow. So on my current pink sheet, I quickly jotted down her name and I starred it because she hopefully will be able to sign up and was very, very interested. So I want to make sure I don't forget about her. In terms of starting my new conversations every day with people, there are two ways, which I've talked about this earlier in the training, on how to, keep track of starting new convos or following a list. So if you are on your phone on Facebook, there is a alphabetized list of all your Facebook friends, which you can find through like Messenger and then like People, and everybody's alphabetized. So if you wanted to simply follow that list and start new conversations every day, going in order of that list, all you do is keep track of where you left off each day, and then the next day pick up at that next person on that list, and then start the new convos or interact with the next person on that list the following day. Now, the way that I've been doing it most recently is I have a notebook that is all of my new friends. So basically what I do is on Facebook desktop on my computer, I go to my own personal profile page, I click on friends, and then recently added. And it'll show me all of my new Facebook friends, like in order, like the newest Facebook friends that I have. So what I do is I update that just once a week, really, in my notebook. So I go down my list of my new friends and I see where I left off here. So let's say like Andrea. If I see Andrea's name there, I'll start off at the next person above her, and all of the new friends above her, I start to write them down in my notebook and add them to my list, and just update this notebook every week with my new friends. So what I do is every day when I'm doing my power hour, I pull out this little notebook and I go down the list of people. So for example, I have, let's see, here we are. So if I invite them, I put an I. If I simply send them a new message because I've never talked to them before, this would be considered a new conversation, and I put an M by their name. If they sign up, they get highlighted. And that's it. I just go down the list, and this is how I, do my new convos or my new invites each day. And then I also keep track in my notebook as well. But that's really it. So right now, like today, I stopped over here. So tomorrow I'll pick up and I'll start over here, and I'll either invite or send a new message, invite, send a new message, and I go right down the list. So I hope this helps in terms of helping you understand how I track people, the people that I'm inviting every day, the people that I'm starting new conversations with. Hopefully you're comfortable from earlier in the training on how to start those new conversations and just being real, genuine, getting those convos up and running. And then, like I said, when they're great conversations, you can then go back a week or two later and follow up with them, throw an invite out there, and see if they'd like to join you on this journey.